Hi, I just wanted to do a quick update on some ARC refills that I bought today. As I've found with other planners, it doesn't matter how they describe it to you on the packaging. They never tell you everything that you get in them, and so I just wanted to show you what came in this. So this is for the 8.5 by 11. I have one of those. If you watched my other ARC videos, I got one for my husband. He wanted it, and he decided he wasn't really using it to its fullest potential, I suppose, and so he brought it home for me, and I'm going to be using it for lesson planning and things like that. So I bought a 2014-2015 academic year weekly monthly refill, and I just wanted to show you the pages. So another thing to note, I was looking at this on Staples' website, and it was out of stock on Staples' website, and I happened to be in a Staples today, and they had one left, so I picked it up. So I don't know, I think they're probably just available in your stores, in your local store. So the first page is just a personal information page that you can fill out with your general information, emergency contact, and some medical information. On the back of that is where we see the beginning of the academic stuff. So I'm going to lift up the camera just to show you. You get 2 pages where you can fill in a class schedule. So you actually get 4 boxes altogether, one for each quarter, I'm assuming, to fill in how you want. The top of the column is time, and then you have Monday through Saturday, actually. On the back of that is dates to remember, and there's a section for name, birthday, other, anniversary, other. So then they give you a 2014, 2015, and 2016 year at a glance. Then you open up into the actual pages of the planner. So it starts in July, and on the side is a section for notes that's about 1.5 inches long. At the bottom of the page, in each of the month pages, you have the current, or I'm sorry, the previous month, the current month, and then the next month, and they're all, they have various things coded on them, and I'm assuming these are holidays, but I can't think of what holiday is August 4th, who knows, but the current month is in a grade box. The squares are actually pretty generously sized. I used to buy a special plan book for teachers, and the squares were not this large. So you're looking at a square that's almost 2 inches long. It's like, what is that, 1 7/8 of an inch, and I'm assuming it's by 1 7/8 of an inch. So it's a really nice size. I like the print. It's kind of a muted gray, so it's not really in the way. You have Sunday through Saturday columns, very small indication of holidays, and so this has to be like global holidays because I have no idea what that is. And then just a little bit of branding at the bottom. Then after you have your month page, you open up to the weekly spread, and it looks like this from a distance. At the top, it starts you with the week dates, and then the week that we are in the year. So this would be June 30th to July 6th, which is week 27 of the year. Then it begins with Monday, and that goes all the way across. It's lined. The lines are probably 1/4 inch wide. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, it's all dated for you down to Wednesday. And then there's a section for notes, a generous section for notes. Then the top Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday are the same height, but they're split in the middle. Other things to note are for each day, there's a little column here, and I'm assuming this is so that you can either put times if you had appointments, or you could prioritize your tasks, or you could make a little legend, like a bullet journal type of thing. Those are not present on Saturday and Sunday. And then at the bottom of each week, again, you have past, present, and future month. And the holidays are indicated on these pages as well. This says Independence Day, U.S. It's very tiny, so you don't even really notice it if you don't want to. And again, it's that same muted gray. So you have a month. I'm going to put this down so I can actually flip the pages a little better. You have a month that looks like that, and then you come to the next month and it is the same format. And now I see what holiday is on August 4th. It's civic holiday, and it says C. I'm assuming that's Canada? China? I don't know. So then we just go through and it's the same format. This is super generously sized, I think. I really like how it looks on the page, and I think it's going to work great. So then when I got to the back is when I found the extras, and that's when I said, okay, I should definitely just like do a quick little video on this so people know. Because some of the stuff at the back is pretty cool. So if you remember, this is an academic year, weekly, monthly refill. So when I turn the page, the first reference page on the back is a list of holidays. And so it's got a list of holidays for the United States and Canada. That's what it's indicating down here. All Jewish holidays begin at sundown the day before they're listed. So there's all kinds of holidays. It tells you what day of the week and what date it will be on the years 2014, 2015, and 2016. So for example, we know New Year's Day is always going to be January 1st, but in 2014 it was a Wednesday, then it will be a Thursday, a Friday, and so forth. That's pretty cool. The next page is called a grade keeper, and I would assume this is for students to keep track of their grades that they get on various things. I don't know how I'll use it, but I'm sure I'll find something for it. At the top it just says subjects, and there's a column, and then date, grade goes all the way across, and it goes all the way down the page. The next page is a weights and measures page. I was asking my husband, I said, did you know that 40 rods equals a furlong? And he said, no. And I said, what about 4 gills equaling a pint? And he said, no, I don't live in Old England. But, nevertheless, you may want to know some of these things. Some of these are kind of interesting, but definitely I think this would be helpful for students to know millimeters, centimeters, etc. If you don't live where if you live where the metric system is used, I'm sure this is second nature to you. But for people that don't live where we don't use the metric system, sometimes students don't remember these things, even though it's really easy. So they give you some linear measurements, area, volume, weight, and then this side is the U.S. customary system. So like your foot, yard, square foot, pint, etc. The next page is common conversions, and this is actually pretty cool too. I remember having to do this in high school for various science and math problems. So basically it tells you, like, if you want to convert centimeters into inches, that's what you're going to multiply by. I think that's a great quick reference chart for students to have. Maybe I'll need it someday, who knows. The next page is common formulas, and this is pretty basic. But just as a quick reference, if you're learning this as a student in geometry, this could be helpful. So it gives you the areas of a rectangle, square, triangle, equilateral triangle, and a circle, and then it gives you some geometry theorems. I really like this page. This in the Women's Success Choice Planner. There's a commonly in their address book. There's a commonly misspelled words list, and I love it because you don't always have or want to access the internet. You know, sometimes it's just quicker to look at a list. And this is a very long list of words, as you can see. I like this. On, oh Lord, the back of that, which is even cooler to me, is commonly misused words. So it will give you examples like accept, affect, effect. I mean, I have gone over, well, actually, almost all of these, just as I'm kind of scrolling down the page with students at one time or another, talking about allusions or illusions, the word a lot, the difference between among and between, Canon may, capital, capital, complement, complement, connotation, denotation. These are, that's really cool list. I like that. The next thing that's in here is a time zone map, which I would actually find helpful. I know the difference between Pacific and Eastern time, but these are the ones that are confusing, and I never remember, like, where does Mountain and Central start. On the back of that is a telephone address list with room for name, address, home, mobile, work, email, and fax. And it gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those on a page. And so far I see 2 pages, 3, 4 pages of those. So that's 24 spots where you can fill in telephone address information. So it's pretty cool. It's more than I thought it was going to be in terms of the content. I like the reference material. I think most of it's actually fairly usable, and if I was a student, I think I would find it quite usable. A couple of other things that I just wanted to show you that I picked up for the ARC notebook system that I saw at Staples this time that I didn't see before is a set of bands, and I don't know if they come in other styles. This came in a 2-pack, and I didn't save the packaging, but I thought I would like to at least feel them and see what they're like, because I know that I like the band closure on a book, and even though these ARC notebooks, you know, I think depending on how you use them, but if you throw them in a bag, I think they do need to have some sort of, you know, fixed closure. So I wanted to try it. This is the, I don't know what size. This is the smaller size, and then this is the 8.5 by 11. And it actually fits both. With this book, I can just, let me kind of put that up there for you. With this book, I can just wrap the band long ways. Actually, I can wrap the band long ways on both of them, and it holds it closed so that it can't open. And it's actually a pretty strong band. On the 8.5 by 11, it fits securely as well, and I didn't know how securely it would fit on the small one. Like, would it even really hold it closed? And it does. It's tight enough to do that. And then on the large one, it definitely will stretch. I mean, it's super stretchy, so you can see it's stretched all the way across. And I think it looks cute on there. Adds some interest to a plain black notebook, because I wouldn't have gotten the plain black, but I've inherited it. And it will keep it closed. So I like that, and I decided that I would like to give those a try. The other thing, the last thing I picked up, which they did not have the last time I looked for ARC notebook stuff, and I actually really wanted, was the poly zip pockets. And I got a small size for the little ARC notebook, and then I got a large size for the large one, because while the pen loop is really generous on the ARC notebook on both sizes, I still will probably want to carry around a pencil, and, you know, if I have like a USB drive or something like that, you know, you need something that you can like zip that into. So let me pop this out. You get 2 in a pack, and I just kind of wanted to see the quality, kind of get my impression. So it's not as supple feeling as I thought it would be. It definitely feels kind of, I guess, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Sometimes I've had pencil pouches, like zippered pencil pouches, that are kind of more of a supple plastic that feel like they're, you know, pretty well made. This feels like it could come apart. You wouldn't want to pack it too full, like that this part could kind of split apart. But that's not fair to say, because I haven't put it through its paces yet. But it's certainly, it's hard, so it feels like, you know, if I bent it, it would crease the plastic, that kind of thing. It's not super soft, but it's, I mean, it bends. It's not, I don't know if I'm describing that well enough. So that would just pop right into the ARC notebook. Maybe that's why they give you 2, because, you know, it could bust. Because I was thinking, man, that'd be a lot of stuff to carry around in your notebook if you had 2 of these pencil pouches and you actually had like pens and pencils and stuff in them. So anyway, I just wanted to share those things with you. I'm thoroughly enjoying my ARC notebook my little one. I've been using it for all kinds of things, and I love the repositionability of the paper because it helps me to just put things where I want them and keep them organized. I'll just kind of pull out my little one and just give you a brief glance. I don't think there's anything too crazy in here. So I've got my Post-its. I have a list of projects that I wanted to get done, and I like having, you know, just my little to-do lists like right here in the front. I have a list of books that I am going to get, and then I just have a few, you know, to-do lists behind that. I have my little pocket. Then I have, you know, like personal stuff behind here, and then a couple of other project-y things I'm working on. So I love that I can just write it all in the back, and I don't have to worry about it so much. I can just pull it out when I'm done and stick it in the appropriate section. It's really nice. So, thanks for watching, and I hope that you found this helpful, and I hope you're having a good day. Bye-bye.